Hello, Twitch. Welcome in, everyone. How are y'all doing today? Welcome, welcome. So it's vanilla ice cream night. I've already got 2 pints out here. Pretty much defrosted. We'll see. Hopefully this music is coming across fine for everyone else. It is not so much in my earbuds. It would be obvious if you're not. Hey, Zero. Welcome in. Welcome in, Entropy. Happy to see everyone tonight. Yeah, I think the signal with my earbud isn't doing great. I don't know if the battery's low because it didn't charge right or something, but the music's getting very digitized and sounding to me every now and then. Welcome in, Bun Buns. It usually has to do with being further away from, even though the range is supposed to be much more than that for Bluetooth. It is really not liking water right now. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Welcome in. Cheers. I don't know, chat. Am I looking you in the eye if I'm looking at you here, or if I'm actually reading chat? Which is properly looking you in the eye? Gotta start saving these separately. I'm obviously not doing that tonight, but doing yard work, it's not going to be a bad thing to have a few of those to throw into areas that I need to fill things up. Awesome, Bun Buns. Make that workday pass by quick. So we're going to get started right off by making bread. In one of these, I'm going to put a cup and a half of flour. And since all the recipes for this typically call for self-rising flour, self-raising, I'm just going to add some baking powder of my own. Pinch of salt. We're going to make sure that this gets well mixed together before we even mix it with this half. Okay. Now we're going to take one of these, which has been sitting on this counter for a little while. Ooh, I was expecting it to be even more unfrozen. But, oops. Can't quite see that on camera, can you? Helps if I switch to the right view, doesn't it? Try and get all those vanilla seeds at the bottom there. Wow. That might have been part of my problem. Oh, no. I actually think I want to go back to the other now. It's considerably louder. That's sort of surprising. Normally I listen to, with my earbuds, a mono output, but since I'm combining left and right and putting in one ear. But normally it's done by my audio software. Tonight we're using the hands-free version of this as if I'm making a phone call with this, which somehow makes it louder, but also forcefully makes it mono. Thank you, SoCal Ozzy. See if we get any life out of that. I've been running this before stream for an hour or so most days. I programmed it to run before stream. Welcome, Ozzy. So for our bread, we're now just combining our melted ice cream and flour. It's acting almost like it's frozen again. Sort of weird. It's almost like pushing around half-frozen ice cream, even though it's ice cream thickened by flour now. Like, it even rolls off the finger like that. It must be the fat content along with it that does that, that gives that effect. And then for the fun part to these, no, we're making bread with ice cream. I need bread in order to make my bread pudding later, don't I? Just enough to get it started. So the plan here is I'm going to bake this bread. I'm going to let it cool somewhat. I'm going to combine it with more ice cream, some eggs, and I don't think you need more dairy. This is probably enough dairy, so probably just that and some eggs, maybe some nutmeg, some cinnamon. Give that a bake as a ice cream bread pudding, and then once that's done baking, we can serve that with vanilla ice cream. So we'll set this on the back stove, waiting for that oven to come up to 350. Meantime, we get started on the other half of things here. Gonna make some dough. Where is that last one? We're making some spinach pasta. Spinach pasta. Ooh, our battle is ready. I actually heard the alerts for it that time. That's cool. Let's go see our armored people go nuts. Wow, my rogue really didn't do much there. Wow, those things just plowed through us. What? What? Rip is right. Yeah, I mean, that wasn't a small guy you put down there. And my rogue went in there. I don't think my rogue even took out one. And I think it's a level 30 rogue. It's something close to that. What is my rogue at? 27. Let's give that another shot. Armored units have 50% reduced attack speed, but cause chain lightning whenever they attack. Chain lightning. So, armored units. We're really going to go for... what about... Yeah, I'm going to use my Centurion. Same thing again. We're going to do some armored here up front. Besides us. Maybe we'll do a little bit better here in 30 minutes. Spinach. We need several ounces of spinach here. We're just gonna do it that way. We're just gonna do this the lazy way. This is the lazy way you prep spinach, by the way, folks. Done. This is probably more than I need as it is right here. Probably should have did this earlier so I wasn't weighing and using as much water, but oh as wells. Good luck getting that all blended up, huh? Yeah, just gonna eyeball it. Oopsies. So I'm going to try and start it without the eggs, and then I'm going to drop the eggs in when it doesn't work that way. But I will mute the microphone for the blending. Thank you for the follow, Kokomi. There we go. Entropy. How'd the game go last night, Ozzy? Okay, we need 2 cups of flour with this, which is probably the last of the flour I got here. I got some double O flour, though, too. Have a good one, Zero. Thank you for stopping in. So we got 1 cup there. We'll add our goodies over the top of that. Time to get our bread in the oven. Our ice cream bread. Obviously that needs a bit more flour, but that's why we're planning to add a whole nother cup. Certainly isn't optimized for my browser. They built the whole program just so I can view it. We'll call that a half cup, even though it's slightly under. I think that statement is optimized for marketing. Not that I don't enjoy playing Stream Raiders. I mean, I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't. They did make a big fuss about it. I mean, the game wasn't even available on mobile for quite a while, so they very obviously made a push and an effort and spent time, and in this case, time is money, to develop a mobile version of it. So, and I've played it on my phone. It's not too bad on my phone. I prefer it on my computer, obviously, but it's not a horrible experience. All right, let's put the bread in the oven. Put the bread in the oven. Do I have a favorite ice cream? Um, Actually, I don't mind the simple plain ones. I don't like a lot of. I mean, I don't mind me some Ben and Jerry's, but at the same time, I think I sort of prefer like traditional toppings to mix-ins, and so it makes me more of a traditional style. And I like vanilla. I like strawberry. Um, Strauss has an amazing Dutch chocolate. Pistachio ain't bad. There's a local ice cream shop that does lavender. That's not too horrible either. I am liking how this dough turned out. My grandmother absolutely loved ice cream. And yeah, sort of rare to not have like five different types of ice cream in her freezer. always drove me nuts because she'd always open them up from the end. She'd always like undo the end of it and have the big flaps going everywhere. And to me, making a mess, I don't know, it seemed to work for her. Instead of the, the traditional, I'm talking nowadays, most of them are in like cylinders and stuff like that. But back then, they were all like cube blocks of cardboard that ripped the front off, and you lifted them up from the top, at least as far as I was concerned. This dough is kneading up very nicely, too. And since the spinach is mostly uncooked, it would have gotten a little bit of a cook from the blades in the blender. It's going to turn bright green when we cook this. Last 10 minutes, get units on the battlefield. We're just going to let that rest. Right over there. In the meantime, we're going to get some water started up for our pasta. Not really going to heat it, but I'm going to get the water ready. I'll put this excess spinach away. And throw this in the fridge open. Okay, now what am I going to do? We got bread in the oven. I think I need to make some bechamel. Here's hoping that they made a good emulsion here of eggs and that they're not going to turn into scrambled eggs for me when I cook this. Who knows how much they've actually, what science they've put into their contraption here. Hey Kip, how you doing? Welcome, man. I'm cooking with vanilla ice cream tonight. I've got vanilla ice cream bread in the oven, which is later going to be turned into bread pudding that I'll serve with ice cream. This is going to be a vanilla bechamel. I'm going to start my bechamel a little bit more traditional style here with butter and flour. And then to go along with that dessert here, what I'm working on right now is an ice cream Alfredo. Why won't you light? There you go. What have you been playing lately, Kip? What's the game of the month? Okay. Yeah, there's not a whole lot brand new these days. I was just saying, someone was saying last night, everyone's sort of playing, what is it, Elden Ring or something like that. And I don't really have a big interest in it. But I was saying, it seems like not a lot of people are sticking with that one, even though there's nothing else new coming out right now. I mean, I know there's a ton of stuff coming out this year. Ooh. That'll work. It would work if you could see what I was doing over here too, wouldn't it? We got melted butter with flour. And I can't hardly hear anything over here because my Bluetooth is going nuts tonight. But that's essentially liquid napalm. I will say that what I have watched a little bit of it. I've watched maybe 30 minutes of gameplay. Not my style of game. Not saying it's bad. It's just not my thing. So I'm not gonna. It just seems, but it seems to me like a lot of the big streamers and all that are, you know, play through and move on to next thing. Doesn't seem to have much retention. We've got some, if you're just joining in too, we got some spinach pasta dough chilling out here too. I'm going to be rolling that out. Going to be doing like a chicken fettuccine. We got chicken breasts that I can sear in a pan. I'm going to do a spinach pasta. I'm going to do Alfredo-like sauce using the ice cream. I got some mozzarella that I might even melt over those chicken breasts. Excuse me. Coffee getting to me, I guess. I can't get into a number of those games that are like that, and it's sort of funny because I like third-person games. Like, I don't mind third-person shooters. I know a lot of people are like, I can't stand third-person shooters, but I don't mind them. But at the same time, a lot of these ones where you have these very specific acrobatics you got to do, it's almost like modern Mario, where you have to hit the jumps just right in order to get shimmy across the walls and stuff like that. Um, I say that in modern Mario is completely different, but uh, yeah, I don't get into those much, and that's sort of what I got from that little bit I got from Elden Ring. A lot of fighting in that same vein too, where you have to have the right combo and the right effects in order to get through, and that's just I ain't got the time to figure that out. I don't want to sit there and die 50 times to figure out the exact ABC combo get through it. I'm going to add some water to this. It's about 3/4 of a cup of water. I didn't mind the art style of it. I do like a lot of the art of it. Ooh, our next Stream Raiders battle. We gonna pass this time? We got lots of troops out there from Entropy and Ozzy. I think I'm gonna go for haste again. I can't tell. Yeah, but it goes quick once you get the. I mean, Ozzy's pretty much out. Yeah. We've been staying at about 50-50. Or, them having twice as much of us. Did we actually do this? Entropy saving us all. Victory. SoCal Ozzy getting them gold chips, gold coins. We have another. I don't see another statue out there this time. I think I'm gonna put a rogue out there. It wants to kill everything, and I'm gonna put it right here, because in through here can maybe go up this way too. Now there's a couple alleys here. Back to the stove. Gotta heat that roux up. Wasn't under much of a flame at all. Gonna have to make more chicken stock here soon. I'm out of ice cubes. I think I've only got 1 or 2 bags left. I don't know if I got more in my chest over here or not. I might have a couple more in the chest freezer. But that means another Sunday stock stream sometime. I don't remember what I planned for this weekend. I know we have French onion on Friday, but I don't have plans. I gotta make plans for Sunday and Monday. Kitty emote. Where's that from? Damn it, Kip, you were supposed to help me on this one. Everyone in my Discord's trying to get me to get a cat. I'm allergic to them, though. Now to begin Operation Hide the Ice Cream Flavor in our Alfredo. Still haven't added the ice cream in there yet. I was a little worried that it would ruin this part. I had 2 cats growing up. I like cats. I like dogs. And as I said to Discord earlier today, if I had a nice enclosed yard, which I don't have an enclosed yard, and if I had like a couple of rooms, like I could separate my bedroom off, like I could probably do that today. But the yard isn't going to work, and so dog ain't going to happen. And yeah, cats, cooking show. I know some seem to pull it off, but heavy dose of dried oregano. I don't know. I thankfully haven't had that experience yet. No, we don't want this in there. Heavy on the oven. onion flavor. And I don't know if this was a thing when I was a kid. I don't think it was. I mean, I didn't go through this part with my parents or anything like that. And we certainly didn't have it, I don't think. But looking into getting a dog these days, I was just shocked to see how much that they've rolled into owning a pet. Like, you know, insurance services for your pet. Okay, now we're going to pour some melted ice cream in there. That was about half a pint. So that was about a cup. Gonna hit this with a bit of salt, pepper, and MSG. Yeah, I just paid for, well, I just bought tickets for June. I'm going to go and do a family trip in June. So, won't be streaming in June, by the way, folks, for like a week. The price for me flying out there was comparable to what I pay per month in health insurance. Yeah. There are some things about American healthcare system that are just nuts. I don't know enough about it to be speaking on it, but it's just obvious that there's something wrong. Hey, Blue Moon. Yep. Ice cream, and I'm making pasta. Oh, let's take a look at our bread down here. Let's see how our bread's looking. I'm going to give that just another minute in there. And by another minute, I mean 5. There is already ice cream in that sauce on the stove. I just put it in there. Fill up the pasta pot with water here. It's basically going to be a sweet Alfredo sauce. And then I'm pairing it with spinach pasta and chicken. I've added a ton of garlic in there. I've added a bunch of onion in there. Actually added more onion than I typically would into an Alfredo. And so those bitter notes of the garlic and the onion and the spinach, they're hopefully all going to help neutralize a little bit of that sugar. And yeah. But the real question is dinner, dessert, because I'm making bread out of ice cream, and that bread I'm now going to turn into bread pudding, and then I'm going to serve bread pudding with ice cream. Not everything that I've done has been all that great. Some of it's turned out nicely. Coleslaw cake was not a winner. I don't know, maybe unless you like that flavor of cooked cabbage. Yeah, it didn't work well in a cake. That was quite a while ago. That was the KFC coleslaw dinner. Which you were looking for things to figure out to put on there, Ozzy. There is a world of fast food items that have not made it through. I've tried all sorts of things that have just lost. Things like curly fries and burgers from places and stuffed crust pizza and yeah. Oh, quit beeping. Leave me alone. And we have ice cream bread. Wow, that looks bright and overexposed on that camera. That's a little closer. So we're going to let that sit for about 5 minutes, then we're going to flip that out. Set that off to the side for a minute to cool. Let's go back over to the stove here. where I tried this. This needs something more still. I wanted to put some lemon juice in there. I think I'm going to have to use some of my home preserved lemon that I decided I didn't really want that funkified, and so I just threw it in the fridge rather than... I didn't really tell anyone this. I was giving people updates on the lemons as they were going along here, but I decided, like, I don't really want them all that funky. I just want them preserved. So let's use some preserved lemon with our... Actually, that's probably enough right there. Just a little bit. Yeah, Dino Nuggies is the newest, one of the newest editions. It's no longer the newest edition, but it's new. I have preserved lemon from my own lemons. This is from my own tree in the backyard. I want to absolutely mince this. If I could turn this into a paste, I would. Who out there can tell me the difference between a mince and a brunoise? A mince is pretty much just as small as you can cut it. Whereas a brunoise is still a recognizable shape, so it's essentially the smallest that you can chop something and still have it be a proper square. So other than I probably added too much cayenne to that, that's tasting pretty good now. That lemon actually did a great job of hiding that sugar in there. I can tell the sugar's in there, but it's not noticeable anymore. Probably after I have a couple of bites, it might get a little tiring. We'll see. I'll definitely let you know in Discord. But now that we've let this rest, and we gotta let this cool down a little bit, let's take this out of its pan here. Fall. See, it's perfect. You didn't see anything wrong with that. That looks just absolutely perfect. Give me a moment here. Arg. Hey, Bun Buns. I just realized that okay. Now that works. Okay, so as I was saying before, chat, you didn't see anything here. This was perfect. You see? See, doesn't that look great? Let's get the pasta roller out. Confuse the camera where I'm at. It's almost like I made it for bread pudding. Beautiful looking dough. I am going to obviously laminate it a couple of times. Oh yeah, I stole that recipe straight up. this is all over the web, is, one of those 2 ingredient cakes. It's a pint of ice cream with a cup and a half of self-rising flour. I pre-mixed some AP flour with baking powder and salt, and then I put sprinkles on top. And you can try it with all sorts of ones. I mean, it's a pint, so I mean, you can use all of those weird flavored ones like Ben and Jerry ones, or rum raisin would probably be awesome as a bread. I'm going to add a bit more flour to this. It's just a slightly too sticky. Pretty sure they have a Smarties ice cream, don't they? They've done a whole bunch of those. Like, all the stuff, all the candies they try and get you at the register with. They've made most of those into ice creams now. Snickers bread, or Milky Way bread, or almost there. It's almost like this thing knows me too well. Like, I say it's doing well, and we're probably almost there, and then it needs like 5 more folds. Yep, I got a battle to do here too. So I'll roll this through and then we'll do our battle. I'm going to hope for this one. Oof. Oof. Win one, lose one. Win one, lose one. If we lose this one again, I'll push us over to the left and try and do a little less at once. See if we don't have better luck that way, but we'll try this once more. We'll try brute force twice. Still going to fold this once more, but I'm at least scaling it down this time before I fold it. Nice, Blue. This is still a bit too wet, but I'm just going to dust it and start rolling it down now. I would design a kitchen so different from the way that they're designed these days. I don't know if I've touched this subject before, but the way, at least especially US kitchens are designed. I mean, I like my kitchen a lot, but there are some things that I would definitely change about this place. Well, I was just thinking about here is the overhang on these shelves. The overhang on this counter. I would most certainly have an overhang of at least several inches over. I mean, I know it makes it probably a little bit harder to grab handles, but it means when I do my pasta, I could just let the pasta just hang off of the edge and not have to worry about this whole holding it off to the side game. That and this counter would be at least 6 inches taller. At least. I would want this like sandwich counter height, which is, and sandwich counter height for me, not for average human. The air systems in all of these kitchens are junk. Home kitchens. Like, give me a proper hood, please. Please. Like, if there was one thing I was really envious of, was looking at actually Alton Brown's kitchen when he was doing those pandemic YouTube videos. Like, the setup he has, he quickly switched locations, but like the first couple of them he was doing them in his own house, and that just nice open kitchen with a giant proper commercial hood over his gas range with, yeah. I still can't figure out the hand gestures. Does this make you... It seems like when I do this, you stop tracking me. Of course, being who I am, I also want enough gas run into my house that I can have a commercial walk. With water table and all that good stuff. No one guessed coriander. I'm going to cut these in half again, but that's just more for cutting the noodles in length. How much more do I got over here? Not much. Okay. Let's do this in half. And now we'll use the cutters. Wow, that grabbed right away. That one is cutting nice. Went just a hair too thin with this, and so it cut through them, but they're sticking back after. So going through and making sure they're properly pulled apart. It's sort of strange how they all sort of bunched in twos. Bah! I lost two of them. Rip pasta. I'm realizing now why these are sort of sticking together a little bit. It's not because the pasta is too sticky. It's because of the roots of the spinach. Or rather, the veins and fiber in the spinach is helping keep them somewhat connected. The individual strands aren't really sticking together at all. They're just not cut and perfect. And actually it's drying quite nicely too. Like if I had cared to separate this a bit more, if I wasn't planning on just cooking it. All right, there's our pasta for tonight. I think that's going to be nice. Let that here with the fan. We'll still hit it. Let's see what our cake's like here. Anyone that's been hanging out here, let's see what we got here for a crumb. And I'm going to cut this on a bias just to show off the crumb, because I'm curious myself. That is a nice looking chemically leavened bread. That's looking pretty good for a bread that isn't a yeast leavened bread. See if it's too sweet just by itself. I mean, I'm going to make it sweeter, but it's sweet, but it's still bread. Like, yeah, it's still sweet. But there's lots of flour there. Now we're gonna turn this into bread pudding. It's at very least an enriched bread. It's probably closer to the proper definition of cake than it is bread. However, it's certainly not like, it's sweet, but it's not. The flour mutes it so much so it's just sweet. It's not like ice cream sweet. If you get what I mean by that. it's sweeter, and other than like the epitome of white bread, it's softer than bread too. It's got a nice crunch on the outside of it. I would say the outside crust is more bread-like than cake-like. So it's right on the line there. Yeah, why not? Let's keep using the same one. Oh, this is the pasta. This is the pasta, not the bread. Sweat getting in my eyes. I'm not even really sweating. I'm not even all that hot tonight. I broke a sweat a little bit earlier, but all right, all of the bread going in the bowl. My board marred by sprinkles. At least you'll be able to tell if I clean my board here on Friday. Eggs. There's your stabilizers, folks. Keeping that ice cream nice and smooth for you all the way to your house. Cardamom, cinnamon, ginger, last 3 minutes to get units on the battlefield for the next Stream Raiders. Some nutmeg. Love the smell of fresh nutmeg. You know, I'm gonna say fresh nutmeg is up there with onion and garlic cooking. Like it's that big of a flavor to me, or smell. Can I say garlic, Ozzy? If not, can I say onion? Okay. Liquid into dry. Anyone need to... Oh, I didn't take any... Oh, I didn't take a photo of the cake. We're going to steal a photo from the stream. Oh, well. I'm actually sort of wondering if I want to keep taking photos all the time. Like, I'm not really interested in trying to create a big Instagram base. I have zero interest in TikTok. So I really don't know if that's really that big of a deal. I won't use one of those. What do you think, chat? Should I go back with a loaf pan or should I go with a round? Yeah, you notice how they changed their name to Meta and magically a month or two later they had their first down month with Facebook? Funny how that happens. I'm gonna give this a moment, but let me clean this out real quick. Wow, that really stuck to that really stuck to my non-stick pan. I think I made a decision that we're going to use this one and let that dry, but we're going to go back into the loaf pan with this. Let's do our battle. I'm going to do this again. I'm going to put it out a little further this time, though. I don't know, can you, Ozzy? You're welcome to if you can. Round or loaf? Victory. We got it. We got it. Entropy got all those kills. SoCal helped us out with the assists. And they're getting the rewards. Congrats. Ooh, gold. Oh, I gotta go collect my daily thing in the store. Claim my 25 laurels. And scrolls haven't changed, I don't think. Yeah. Oh, it's a different day. Yes. 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 I'm going to put a flag carrier out there, which means you guys need to put out the damage there. I'm putting them a little bit back, so we need some tanks, we need some shielding there. Oh, we got a poll. Got to vote for round. Who'll be voting for round? And I can't vote because I'm not logged in over here. And I'm not going to log on in the middle of the stream. Oh, wait. Yes, I can vote. I can vote. There we go. In the meantime, I think I need a drink. Not my first choice for ice cream. I mean, how can we have an ice cream dinner without some extra boulders of ice cream? Did it end in a tie? Still can't find A&Ws around me. Definitely got photos of that root beer float. Cheers, folks. Properly in the mustache. Yum, 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 yum. So you want this in this Aussie, or are you just trolling me? In a nice way. Because I really sort of want to go with the other, to be honest with you. I don't think it's going to fill out this pan very well. You notice how it's not even really filling this one out. And so this is going to go back into that 350-degree oven. Meantime, we're going to start warming our sauce back up here. Move this out of the way. I'm going to start warming this sauce back up. And we're going to get started with our chicken. Just warming that pan up and back right now. We got our water at a boil already. This has cooled down considerably. This is going to loosen up a little bit when it warms up. Actually, we should swap these right now. We just want that warmed up and loose. We want this nice and hot for our chicken. Chicken. I'm just going to set this over here so I don't contaminate anything I'm worried about. Enough mozzarella for both of them. The chicken, I'm going to paper towel dry off the tops of them. We'll give them a nice salting on top. I'm bringing this almost to smoke point now. I just delayed ads for 5 minutes for you folks. I have it set up on a normal run so that I don't have pre-rolls set up. But even with that set up properly, they fudged the numbers so that the amount of pre-roll I have off after like 2 hours or so gives me another 8 or so minutes. And so, why not delay it? The whole point is I'm trying to get rid of the pre-rolls. I don't want to serve you all a ton of ads. Alright, chicken in the pan. Salt on the other side. Love me a root beer float. I do have to admit, I think it's the first time I've had things that were like root beer floats with bourbon in it. I don't remember having specifically a root beer float with bourbon. I've had things that like I know I've had things that give you that effect. I tried chilling that pint glass down, but it didn't hold that temperature at all. Certainly not like those big, thick mugs. I remember them having at A&W's when I was a kid. See how we're doing. Do a color check here. A little like garlic on them. Otherwise, just salt and pepper. And into the oven they go. Just like that. I'm going to add a little more liquid to that, a little more water, just to thin it down a little bit. Not even a quarter cup, that was more like an eighth of a cup. Those pints of ice cream killed tonight. Plus some more out of the big boy. It really is a shame that I would buy a lot more from my local Safeway if it wasn't for the fact that they don't carry Strauss. Like, I bought the ice cream there and I ended up getting Tillamook because it was vanilla and I didn't really care about the differences on vanilla that much. But if we're doing chocolate ice cream, I would have traveled across town to get Strauss versus Safeway Tillamook. Waits for someone to put chocolate ice cream on the ingredient list. Ooh, we're back to a light bubble here. Awesome. We'll turn that down a little bit. We got about a 10-minute break here. Waiting on the oven for our chicken and our bread pudding. So I think I'm going to take a little AFK here and play my AFK screen here for about 10 minutes. We got an ad coming in here in about 5 minutes, so we'll wait until after that ad's done and I'll be back. Hope to see you back here soon.
When you have a Labatt's, you have an adventure. Canadian Light, that's Labatt's. It's a great new taste in beer. Enjoy import quality at USA prices. Have an adventure. Have a Labatt's.
Now, a new creation from Seal Test. Cottage cheese in ready-to-serve portions. Handy envelopes bring you brand new convenience and ease. Zip, it's open, quick and neat. Just the amount you need, the easy way to serve cottage cheese. The rest stays moist and creamy. Ready for next time.
Are they handy? Cottage cheese in ready-to-serve portions.
So easy to use, quick, and no bother at all.
The rest stays really fresh, moist, and creamy.
Yes, serving cottage cheese was never as easy as this. Seal Test's new square package with handy, ready-to-serve portions. Zip, it's open. Simple as can be. The rest stays moist and creamy fresh. You'll love Seal Test cottage cheese in new, ready-to-serve portions. Get some soon.
Folks, why do you eat Wheaties?
We like it.
But did you know it's always been whole wheat with all the bran, and bran is one of nature's best sources of food fiber.
That's news to us.
Wheaties breakfast this morning?
Sure, it helps me feel fit.
But do you know Wheaties has bran fiber your body may need?
That's news to me.
Why Wheaties?
Oh, we love the taste.
I have for years. But do you know for years you've been getting something extra for your diet? Bran fiber?
Well, that's news to me.
Wheaties. It's brand news.
There's no other box of facial tissues like this. Scotty's new Magic Oval box. Only Scotty's give you tissues that float up gently, one at a time, and come out in neat handfuls, too, because there's a Magic Oval inside every new Scotty's box. Only Scotty's Magic Oval can give you tissues that float up, smooth and easy. No tugging, no tearing, no extra tissues tagging along. And Scotty's Magic Oval does even more. It lets you reach in for tissues by the handful, all neatly folded, just right for pocket or purse. Scotty's new Magic Oval box is pretty, too. And inside, soft, strong, sneeze-proof Scotty's. Remember, for tissues that float up smoothly and come out in neatly folded handfuls, look for Scotty's pretty new Magic Oval box, the only one of its kind.
What? Keeping the coffee in the icebox?
Yes, Mr. Jones, it's a new kind of coffee, roasted by a new secret process. Hence, this new none-such coffee has a different flavor, a flavor preserved by vacuum packing, the flavor retained by refrigeration after the jar has been opened. Just taste it. You can't miss that delicate aroma, that clean, mellow taste. Yes, in cooking, the way to a man's heart is most of all through the coffee pot. In every jar, you'll find 3 special pointers, valuable in all methods of making coffee. Try new none-such coffee now. Use half the jar. If not 100% satisfied, get all your money back from your grocer without argument. Special for movie week, only 28 cents a pound, plus 3 cents refundable deposit on the jar.
Next week, George and Gracie will be brought to you by Carnation.
Hiya, happy boy. Wish you'd been with me today. We saw a great dog show, some beautiful dogs. There was the handsomest poodle, a real beauty, an international champion. His owner gave me some good advice.
There are many dog foods on the market, but the Carnation Company makes the best. It's called Friskies, and it's quality all the way through.
You should have seen the champion collie. He won everything in sight. The handler told me.
A very important part of this champion's diet is meat. That's why we feed him Friskies. The principal ingredient is lean red horse meat, the best you can buy.
So happy, you're getting real quality, and you're going to get your Friskies right now.
Friskies is prepared to the high standards of Carnation Company and guarantees prime-grade nourishment.
And now, from the popular comic strip Peanuts, here are Charlie Brown and his friend.
Why, thank you, Charlie Brown. Thank you, Charlie Brown.
What's the occasion? Has Charlie Brown had another baby sister?
No. Ford has new economy twins, so he's passing out chocolate cigars to everyone.
Everyone?
Yes, everyone.
You bet your boots, everyone. 'Cause it's just like they said. We've got something big to celebrate. And here it is, Ford's Economy Twins for 1960. The economy choice of a lifetime. Oh, I'll bet you've never seen a prettier twosome than this. There's the new size Ford, the Falcon. And next to it, the large economy size Ford, the Fairlane 500. You know, the 60 Fords were featured in the recent issue of Vogue magazine. And when you run your eyes over the elegant good looks of this Fairlane 500, it's sure easy to see why Vogue says Ford means a fashion success. And all this all-new beauty is yours for an all-new price. That's right. This roomier, more luxurious Fairlane 500 is actually priced a whopping $142 less than last year. And as for this pretty Falcon over here, well, just wait till you check its price sticker. It's America's lowest priced six-passenger car. In fact, it's priced up to $124 less than the other compact cars. Look 'em over in your Ford dealer showroom. Two new Fords, two wonderful new ways to go the finest. Ford's Economy Twins for 1960.
Schmidt's Blue Ribbon Bread gives you 7 ounces of non-fat milk solids in every loaf, the equal of 90 quarts a year if you serve it regularly. Every sandwich you make, every snack, gives you extra milk. For wonderful flavor combined with sound food values, serve Schmidt's Blue Ribbon Bread in the pantry pack.
Here's the newest, most exciting sound in town. It's a General Electric blender that's going around. Completely new from base to lid. Take it apart, see what they did. The non-skid base is the lowest you'll ever see.
The decanter has a 36-ounce blending capacity.
The non-spill lid is really smart. For blending convenience, it comes apart. Add additional ingredients, if you will. Look, no splash, see no spill. Put them all together and you know it's true. The General Electric blender is best for you. If you want to know another reason why,
It's only 10 1/2 inches high.
stores easily on the counter or on a shelf. There's 1,000 things you can make yourself.
Make party spreads,
Great cabbage heads. Blend the meatloaf for a family of 8. Make ice-cold drinks you'll appreciate. Now's the time for you to buy the General Electric blender.
Did he say only 10 1/2 inches high?
Hey, kids, look what's new. A brand new cereal just for you. Twinkles, the new star-shaped cereal in the storybook package. See? Inside, delicious, crispy, crinkly stars.
And outside, a real storybook. All about Twinkles, the magic elephant. See him fly with his rotor tail. Watch him do tricks with his magic trunk. Meet Twinkle's friends, Fulton the inventor, Sanford the parrot, Wilbur the monkey, and more. Read all about their adventures on every storybook package of Twinkles. And wait till you taste those golden little stars, filled with the goodness of energy oats and corn. Remember, only Twinkles has the storybook package. Just tear the magic line and your storybook opens. Twinkles, the new star-shaped cereal in the storybook package.
Oh, over here, camera. Over here. Over here, camera. Over here. There we go. Welcome back, folks. And that is our bread pudding. I think I'm going to let that go a little bit longer. That needs a little bit longer to get the center nice and toasty. Chicken was looking lovely in there. We're just going to leave that hang out in there. And I think it's time that we do some pasta cooking. What do you think, folks? Thank you to those who are hanging out with me tonight. I know it's been sort of a long one. Not as long as last night, though. I'm throwing that whole bunch of pasta in there. No wonder I was smelling gas. We had a light flame underneath this that wasn't flamed. Oh, cook pasta. Please cook. Oh, what happened to my music? We out of music? How do we run out of music? There's no way we ran out of music. Okay, we're slowly getting the boil back, so I think we're okay here with our pasta. Just on the edge of being too much for that. Take a little butter here. Throw that in the bowl. Throw our pasta on top of that. Drop a quarter cup of starch water on the floor. We'll give that a nice toss here. ice cream Alfredo. They're spinach noodles. But the thing about tonight's dinner is everything's being made with ice cream in some form. Welcome in, Thunder Kitty. And so that sauce you see was made with melted vanilla ice cream. And I'm currently working on a dessert with a heck of a lot more ice cream in it. Let's see here. I think this is a good candidate. They're both good candidates. Oops, bumped the camera. And then flip the chicken. Nice fingerprint right there. Just hide that a little bit. Well, that didn't work as planned, but we can still live with that. I'm going to add a little pepper onto the top of that just to give it a little contrast. We'll finish it with a little Parmesan. What does that sauce taste like? Not too different from a typical bechamel or a typical Alfredo sauce. I went heavy with the garlic. I went heavy with the onion. And I added just a bit of preserved lemon that worked great to, I don't know, hide the sweetness. It's still sweet. There's still lots of sugar there. Thank you for that follow, Thunder Kitty. And this is my weekly Wednesday challenge. Every Wednesday in Discord we have a vote every week in Discord, rather. And this week it was between vanilla ice cream and Grand Marnier. Grand Marnier lost out to vanilla ice cream. I haven't started next week's yet. Need to do that. So I'm thinking that's probably going to happen shortly after stream. Still waiting a moment on that bread pudding. Let's take a look at that once more. I thought that needed more than a cup. Yeah. Let's crank that oven up and get that done here. In the meantime, let's see what this is like. I'm sure the chicken's going to be amazing. I mean, it's just a nice chicken breast coated with mozzarella and seasoned. Let's try this pasta, see if this pasta's too sweet. I almost sort of doubt it could be with all the spinach. It's sweet. It's probably going to sit sort of heavy on the stomach. But that's actually one of the better combos I think I've done here. I think I went a little too heavy on the cayenne and the sauce. I mean, I was going heavy with a lot of the spices, trying to take out a bit of the vanilla. Was it sugar-free vanilla? No. It was actually on sale. I never would have bought it otherwise. But that was actually done using Haagen-Dazs vanilla. I used Haagen-Dazs for everything so far tonight, but this root beer float. How we looking on battle here? How long we got? Oh, we're battle's ready. Let's do our battle. Let's go to war. I think I'm just going to put out a haste there and try and get everyone out and killing stuff quick here. Oh, this is one of the defending ones. I totally didn't realize that. I wasn't paying attention. We're all going to have to sit there and wait for them to come to us. Why did I use haste? I should have used defensive or offensive. All right, release us. Let us go kill them. Let us go. Release us. Woohoo! Victory. It's weird. I mean, like, we started off with the music sounding right with this, and it, like, stopped midstream. Simon and Finding Serendipity getting the kills and assists there. Welcome in. Colorful Peanut Patrol and SoCal Ozzy getting the rewards. Grats, Peanut. Welcome in tonight. First time I think I've seen you tonight. I think we're going to call it there, though. We're going to start with the boss level on Friday when we do French Onion. Still waiting on that bread pudding, though. Thank you for the follow, phone poster. Hey, Bun Buns. This is... like, the ice cream takes away from a little bit of the savoriness in this. Like, because it's so sweet and I'm using so much to almost hide that sweetness, it's not as savory as it normally would be, if you get what I mean. If I remember correctly, it was roughly 3 ounces of rinsed, dried, somewhat trimmed spinach, blended up with 2 eggs, a couple tablespoons of olive oil, and then that was mixed with 2 cups of flour, kneaded, rolled, cooked, and here in front of you, or here, mixed with butter. And a lot of recipes have you blanch the spinach beforehand, which I can see being health, you know, if you're worried about contamination in your spinach, that sort of a thing. But I really think you get a better color if you just blend it really good on the blender and get some, blend it really good on the blender and get some heat going with the blender blades. And that'll start to cook it a little bit. And then you're going to mix it into all that flour. It's going to start cooling it down. So I think blanching the pasta is sort of a semi-unnecessary step, but spinach is one of those ones that has more likely contamination of E. coli and stuff like that. And if you're going to worry about that, it's probably a good idea. That's good. I want to add more garlic to it, though. Garlic didn't give me what I was looking for there. I need something. There's something about that that's just dulled out that I need more of. A little bit longer. I mean, it's about right for a bread pudding. I was trying to rush it. I was hoping it was going to be done in 25 or so, and we're pushing 40 now, probably 45. And part of that time it was off. How am I going to get all this food coloring out of my board, chat? The sprinkles ruined my board. I mean, it's sort of fitting that I have sprinkles all over my board, but that was not my plan. Nah. I don't even hardly wash with soap the top of it. I usually use alcohol or one of those sandy wipes because, well, dish soap and all these other heavy sprays, a lot of them, their primary task, the primary thing they're designed to do is take oils out of things. I'm not wanting to take oils out of things. I just want to sanitize this. And if we're going to pull oils out of it, there's a lot of oil to pull out of this wood that I want to stay in that wood. And so, yeah, I don't use a lot of soap on my board. I use sanitizers. I use... This one might have to be... set it in the sun for a couple of days because sun does an amazing job of bleaching colors. Like, just set it over here on top of my little mini shelf over here or on top of the chest freezer when I'm not cooking. Hiccups. Root beer's getting to me. I'm not sure what that sauce is missing. It's missing something, though. I appreciate the suggestion, by the way, Gaia. And it's usually my answer, you know, like clean the oven, heavy duty spray. Clean the fridge, heavy duty spray. Clean the sink, heavy duty spray. Clean some pan with crusted out heavy duty spray. But not for my cutting board. I am not a fan of having to use elbow grease to save someone else's pocketbook. If it saves the environment, that's one thing. But I've done enough elbow work to save someone buying a 50-cent more expensive cleaner. I mean, I wouldn't suggest anything else for your oven. I mean, they got those wonderful oven sprays that don't use it if you have a ceramic oven. But they have those wonderful sprays that work on bare metal ovens that just wipe it off. Then again, just climbing into an oven is a pain. I don't know how the heck they engineer those hinges for commercial oven doors. Like, those things are like indestructible. And I'm saying that because I don't know how many times I've seen people just literally, like, small little guys just like hands and or knees and elbows on the top of an oven door. The door supporting their entire weight while they clean inside the oven. Where did you go, my trivet? Bread pudding. Okay, those photos are done. Wasn't sure what I wanted to try and use for a serving spoon here. Luxardo cherry juice, or proper maraschino cherry juice. Awesome. So I think that concludes our night here of vanilla ice cream goodies. I think that's going to be amazingness. I haven't had anyone guide the raid tonight. That's fine. Let's see who we got out there tonight. Let's go hang out with Irk. Gonna go hang out with Irk 820. Doing leather work, but she's doing some woodwork tonight. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me. I'm actually really happy with how that savory dish came out with the ice cream. The sauce could use... I'm still trying to figure out what more I could put in there. It does need something else. Chicken was great. This is going to be amazing. If you look at the consistency and the size, we've got perfect. And a little maraschino juice with our ice cream. I'm going to throw this in the freezer, even though it's going to chill down that little bit of bread pudding. And I'm going to take my time to properly finish my pasta. Thank you all for joining me. Going to be doing French onion here on Friday. I hope you come back to join me. Until then, I hope you have a lovely evening, and hope to see you again. Bye-bye.